Hey guys, it's Nabil. Today I'm going to discuss all possibilities of what could cause a horn not to work. And I actually came up with four possibilities. I wrote them on a piece of paper and I'm going to discuss each one of them individually and go through the steps of troubleshooting each option. Let's get started. All right, so we've got a 2004 Toyota Sienna, and this vehicle has been in an accident. So we're just working on the front end here. All right, so the four possibilities of a horn not to work on a vehicle. The first one is bad horn fuse, and we're going to go through that, or a relay, clock spring, or some kind of connection or a wiring problem to the horn. So let's start with the horn fuse. All right, so this is the fuse box, and basically on these Toyotas, and it shouldn't really matter what kind of vehicle you got. This just happened to be a Toyota vehicle or a van. So this is the fuse box, and sometimes these fuses that you're looking for the horn are located by the driver's seat. Like, could be on the side, sometimes it could be underneath here, and sometimes on the passenger side underneath or on the side as well. So I just wanted to kind of give you heads up. These fuses are located in different spots in different vehicles. On the Beamers, some of these fuses are located in the back in the trunk. I mean, you just gotta look for them or read the manual to see where they're located. So the first thing we're gonna go over, as we mentioned, is number one, which is the fuse. So let's go ahead and look at the fuse, or the location of that fuse. And right off the bat, I can see it's right there. 10A, it's a horn fuse. And if we look at this, it's going to be the third one from the right side. And that's going to be, so this fuse is 20, 10, 10. And then right here we got 20, 10, 10. So that's going to be this one right there. Let me go ahead and connect my fuse tester here. And basically that's what I'm using right here. And let's see if it works. Let's make sure that we got good connection. Let's see here. Okay, and I wanted to give you a heads up on this whenever you connect to the fuse. I actually was connecting this to the wrong terminal. It needs to be to the negative, not the positive. I just realized it's actually kind of misleading here. It's black. I see the red down there, but that cap is all the way pushed there. So anyways, this is the negative. It needs to be connected to the negative part. And so let's try one of these. Something's not right with my, there you go. Let's try it now. So we got light on both ends. I don't have to test the next one, but I just wanted to kind of show you what this tester can do. So we know this fuse is good. There is no need to pull the fuse and look at it. So we're done with that step. So we know the horn works. The fuse, I mean. The second thing is the relay. And we go back to the same fuse box and we look at the horn relay. And the horn relay is located right there. That's going to be the big one. It's probably going to be one of the blue ones. So if we look at this again, this is the defroster and this is the relay. So there's a couple of ways to test the relay. Well, actually there's 3 ways, but I'm going to try 2 of them right now. There are 2 easy ways to try that. Number 1, make sure it's quiet and you hit the horn and you see if you hear the click. If you hear a click from the relay, that means it's working. So I'm gonna. So basically, since I'm actually working on this by myself, I won't be able to record and press on the horn for you guys to see. But basically what you need to do is you need to have someone hit the horn, okay? Hit the horn. And then someone should come here and stand and, you know, maybe put their finger right here or try to hear if there's any clicking noise. If it clicks, it's working. One thing you could do is just remove this and try to swap it with another very similar, or not similar. Try to swap it with the same relay here if you think this is bad and see if it works. So that's another way to test this relay. The third way, which is a little more complex, is to use a multimeter here and to open this and try to diagnose that and troubleshoot it that way. But I'm not going to get to that because, you know, if I hit the horn, yeah, it looks like I do hear the click. I'm not sure if you guys probably didn't hear it, but I did hear the click, so it's working. The relay is working. So we did confirm and verify and that the horn fuse and the relay are working on per this instructions that I kind of wrote for you guys. Now let's troubleshoot the bad clock spring. So as we know, and as I mentioned, this car has been in an accident. So I'm tending to believe it's the problem with the horn is probably going to be a bad clock spring or some kind of wiring issues somewhere here with the horn and everything. So the clock spring in this car is being held by a T Torx 30, I believe, 30 or no 30, and one of them is right there, and the other one is on the side. And basically, you take those 2 screws off, and this pops out, and then actually have it out, and the clock spring is gonna be. You see that yellow piece there? I'll make sure that I include one in the description, just for you guys to see what it looks like, or maybe a picture of it. Yeah, this is what it looks like. This is the clock spring. The clock spring could, you know, there's one of these cables is for the airbag, and the other one is for the horn, and that's the ground connection here. So it could be bad. But before we look at this clock spring, or we start, you know, troubleshooting this and testing this and waste too much time and then buy a new one and then it's figure out it's not the problem. I've already actually tested this, and this video is not about clock spring troubleshooting, but we did validate that the clock spring is working. We tested that, and it looks like everything appears to be okay there. I talked to you guys about I'm gonna actually set the phone right here so you guys can hear the click that I'm talking about. I'm gonna actually set the camera right here so you guys can hear the click that I was talking about for the relay. And let me go ahead and one second here. I'm gonna hit the horn and see if you guys hear the click. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the click I'm talking about for the relay right there. Okay, I'm back. So back to my favorite witch tool. Yeah, guys, don't laugh at me. Okay, I know there's lots of other better ways to do this. It is what it is. All right, so since, again, guys, I'm working by myself here, so I just had to come up with a quick way to hold the horn for me, so for the videos, for you folks to see what I'm talking about. So back to this area here, and then as we mentioned, the fourth option is going to be bad ground or wiring. So I'm suspecting at this point, this was cut off, and I did connect it together. So I'm suspecting that we got bad horn, and there's two of them in this car, or let me just move this out of the way, or there's a problem with these bad connections here. So one thing you guys gotta keep in mind, sometimes there is corrosion that get built up here that, especially in these kind of states where there's cold weather and there's snow and salt, and sometimes there's corrosion that get built up here, and there's not good connection where you actually have to get it out, clean it, and put it back together. But for now, I'm gonna just jiggle these and see if there's any loose connection. Look at that. So that's the problem right there. So now I'm pushing it all the way back in, and you can see. So there's bad connection. Now the fact that this could be loose is possible, but I'm gonna go ahead and tie it together here, and see, this is tight. This is tight all the way, but it's still not working. That tells me it's corroded as well. So beside that this was loose, this is corroded. So I'm gonna actually take this out. So this is what this looks like, and okay, so this is ground here. Okay, so if we touch it, let's try to touch it somewhere else here and see. Yeah, see, this is good connection right there. Okay, so that tells me there, yeah, I can see the corrosion right there. Right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some kind of sandpaper and try to clean this up, or maybe like a flat screwdriver. Let's see if I can get some sandpaper here. Something like this would do. Or actually, I got something else that we could try this on. How about this? Yeah. So So yeah, I just want to make sure that it's got good connection here, and I'm gonna try to clean it from both ends. It probably wouldn't hurt to, yeah, I can see the corrosion inside as well. I'm not too worried about the inside though. Now since kind of working on this horn, I wanted to show you how you test a horn using your battery. So let's do this really quick. So what I do is I unplug this horn. So this horn is unplugged, and I connect this cable. I connect like some kind of croc or alligator teeth cable, and I connect it to the negative on the battery. So this here goes to the negative, and then this goes to the positive on the battery. And then if you hear it beep, it means it's working. So let's do that really quick, since I got you guys watching me, and that's just another way to test the horn. So so I've got this. I got something like this here. See, I got like crocs or alligator teeth. Make sure my camera can focus. There you go. Okay. So so one end is gonna go here. Okay, and as I mentioned, this goes to the negative. Okay, this goes to the negative. This is my negative connection. Okay, and I've got another wire, something very similar. You can use any wires you want. I just like these things. They come in really handy. And I connect one to the positive, and then this goes here. If we hear it, there we go. So we know that the horn works. Good connection. Okay. Enough with that. It's pretty noisy. So in some situations, guys, you're actually gonna have to use something like this to test the horn. But in my case here, we're not gonna go through that right now, just because the fact that we know the horn works, and we know it's a wiring problem and some kind of ground connection. We're probably going to make another video that's going to be separate than this, that talks about using multimeters and how to use it and how to test things with it. So back to this here. So we clean this, and I'm going to actually clean this end as well. Make sure there's good connection. There you go. And make sure there's good connections. See, sometimes the paint on these ends, and sometimes there's the corrosion on inside, because the bolt actually touched the. So I'm gonna kind of stick this in the middle there and just kind of twist it to make sure that we clean all the corrosion inside when the screw or bolt goes in. So that's that. And then, so we're gonna put this back, okay? So put the bolt back in and then put this back. And by the way, as soon as we connect this cable, we should hear the, we still need to tie this bolt here, but we should hear the horn. Let's see. So I'm gonna tie this back. Okay, by the way, guys, even after I clean this, it still has bad connection. I tend to believe that the paint is causing this, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and remove this. I'm gonna actually remove this and scrub the paint off. So yeah, I'm gonna actually scrub this area here off, and I'm gonna use. Well, let's see what I can use. Actually, I'm gonna use something like this, a razor. You see, I don't want to make it look ugly. I know it's gonna be underneath, but. And let me actually also try some kind of screwdriver, but I'm gonna try that in a minute here. See if I can get some sandpaper that helps me with this. And I need something kind of has a rough grid. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. I can use something like this. I forgot about these. Actually, you know what? It's actually a really good idea. Let me connect my... Hey guys, I'm gonna connect this here, and I'll use that instead. I'm gonna put my camera down for a sec. So folks, I'm back. We're still, as I mentioned, dealing with this ground connection, and I'm actually going to use this here. So I'm going to rub this off so we got a good connection, and make sure it doesn't make it look ugly. It's just so there is good connection to it. Okay, I think this is enough. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna actually do the same thing on the horn itself here. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually do the same thing on the horn, and let's see. It's really hard to hold the camera and do this at the same time, so I'm gonna set the camera down, and basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just rub this off a little bit and do the same thing on the back for both horns. So, and I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, I'm back. This is what this looks like right now. Same thing on this one. Let's go ahead and connect these back and see what happens. Oops, sorry. Guys, I promise I'm gonna buy a stand, camera stand that helps me out with this. I just have not had time to do so. It's been really busy. So so that's that. Let's do the same thing for the other one. All right, let's connect our cables. We should hear the horn. Wow, that is noisy. Okay, so we know the horn works now. Again, it was in our scenario, it was number 4, right there. The wiring and ground could be in different spots depending on what kind of problem you're dealing with. But I think I ran into, I think what I did here, I went through the most common. Again, both horn works now. I don't know if this was painted recently, and maybe they painted over the metal, so it wasn't really connecting and touching. I'm gonna actually put some electrical tape on this, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and hopefully this is gonna help someone out there that's been struggling with the horn problems. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could comment, put feedback, or anything that you guys might see helpful to add for next time. And I do appreciate any subscription. So thanks guys. Please subscribe, like, and give us thumbs up. We do appreciate it. And have a great day. Or if it's nighttime, have a great night. See you with another video.